Good morning, everybody. It is day 2 of this challenge. How are all of y'all feeling? I had a great day yesterday. Working late a lot, but a lot of it is self-imposed. I've got a really busy schedule, more than just teaching, obviously. You know, being sponsor of Beta Club to a group of more than 300 kids, keeping them occupied with volunteer events all over the community does kind of keep me busy a little bit, but I do love it. So, and when we do things that we love, it's not always work, right? Which is kind of neat. Kind of tiring sometimes, but pretty neat. I do love my job. Um, and I especially enjoy what I'm doing in this group as well. I want to share a little something with y'all for this morning's inspiration, just to tell you a little bit about my history and why I do what I do, and I guess why the passion is there as well. I've, just like many of you, I've struggled with my weight for a very, very long time, longer than I can remember, probably well into my teens, when I really didn't need to. How many of you have ever looked at an old picture and said, I wish I were the weight that I was when I first thought I needed to lose weight, right? Because way back then, if I'd have only known to be satisfied with where I was, I would have been better off in a lot of respects. Well, in my, I guess, the late 90s, after I had my last young one, and really ballooned up to close to 300 pounds at the time, didn't realize I was having thyroid problems, didn't realize that I had a lot of inflammation, didn't realize that my rheumatoid factor had really skyrocketed. I didn't know any of that stuff about myself. I started exercising a lot, and I actually began loving it. I went to the gym, lifted weights, actually lifted weights quite a bit, and so much so that I got a little passion to become a personal trainer, because the exercise that I was doing and the way it was making me feel, I wanted to share that with other people. So I guess this part of me has always been there. And so I did what I needed. I became an A certified personal trainer. My ex-husband and I at the time decided to take this passion of mine and put it into a business, and we bought a franchise, built it up from the ground. It was a woman's fitness center, and I was a personal trainer and a fitness center owner of a gym in Richardson, Texas. It was so inspiring what I saw happening with the ladies. The fact that I was able to be a part of their lives and to help some of them to finally begin to lose weight, to get stronger. My specialty was working with older women as far as their strength was concerned. I remember one lady who walked in, and she had had shoulder surgeries and had been through therapy and everything and couldn't move her shoulders, you know, probably about right here, as far as she could go. And she'd heard about me, and through very gentle training, because she'd already been released from her therapist, she was able to get stronger, and I had a very strong specialty and flexibility training as well. And one day she walked out, and she did this on purpose, you know. And she walked out, and she raised her hands up real high and said, "Bye, Charm," you know. And that hand of hers was way above her head, and at that moment I was in the middle of a training session, and I cried. I actually cried because she was able to raise her arm, her shoulder, way above her head. And she wasn't able to do that when she first came in. So I'm realizing now, especially when Terry posted her video, and to know that there's something going on in this group that's helping people, that is just so fulfilling to me, and it's exciting. You know, to know that I'm a part of something like this, and certainly not to the degree of when I was a personal trainer, because goodness, I'm finding it really, really difficult to even like exercise right now. And the state of my body and where it is, I can't believe it, but it's that same feeling. And that's what I guess my message is this morning is think about a time when there was something that you just absolutely loved doing something. You know, you might be 250 pounds, and there might have been a time that you were a dancer, you know, like a dancer on stage, or you know, Zydeco, or you know, some type of line dancing or two-step or whatever the case is, and you used to do it all the time. And now you're filled with pains and all of the above, but you used to love dancing. Try to find some kind of way to tap into that love, even if it's turning that music up like crazy in your house, and just step back and forth, just move, just try to regain that feeling of when you used to love doing that. If you used to garden, start with a couple of pot plants and get your fingers in that dirt. If you used to love hiking and you can barely walk now, pull up some videos of hiking and try to regain some of that feeling that you used to have. And eventually, slowly but surely, something inside of you may get back to a piece of that thing that you used to love. Now, I realize it wasn't the exercise that I loved so much, although I did enjoy it. It was the fact that I was placed in the lives of people. And it didn't really click until maybe the last challenge, that this challenge is allowing me to tap back into that thing that was part of my life, that kept me so alive before my body broke apart. Because shortly after that, I broke my first ankle and tore my first ligament in my knee, and everything went downhill. Endometriosis took over, and if I'd have only known about plant-based eating back then, you know, if I'd have only known about a lot of things. But we can't live our lives on ifs. We can't live our lives on onlys, and we can't live our lives on regrets. We have to move forward. We have to start with where we are, and we have to know that tomorrow's a better day. As far as our health is concerned, as far as our lives are concerned, you know, things happen. We know that. There's nothing we can do about it sometimes. But we can do a lot about how we react to what happens, and what we do with that huge muscle between our ears. You know, how we allow ourselves to talk to ourselves. Say things to yourself that make you feel good. Don't beat up on yourself. It's that's all I have this morning. You see what I'm doing, right? Riding my bicycle. I worked out yesterday. My daughter worked me out yesterday. Oh, that's irony of a turn of events, right? I posted in the wrong room. I had it posted in the Atlanta room. I got to watch that. But I'll also post it in the comments of this section too. She cut off my head. She knows I don't know why she did that, but it's okay. But I did weights, and she's like, Mom, you need to put on some workout clothes. You look ridiculous in your school clothes. And I'm like, look, this is comfortable, and this is what I'm wearing until I take my bath now. So, and I was in the house. But I did work out yesterday, plus I rode my bike last night, riding my bike this morning, and I'm going to hit those weights again today. So, guys, have a great day too. Be kind to yourselves. Take care of your heart. And think about something that used to really, really make you smile. And find some kind of way to tap into it. Well, have a great day. And I will be online later on tonight.